At the time of recording this, last night the Knicks lost Game 3 of the finals.
Ooh, man. After, what was it? A 13-game streak or something like that?
Those motherfuckers didn't lose since sometime in April. I don't even know.
They
All
have
right.
been cooking.
They
Listen, if anybody deserved to lose,
Ooh.
if anybody on the planet was deserving of a loss,
No,
and by
that's not the way you say that.
no, by deserved,
Deserving
I
of a
mean,
break.
right, yeah, like if anybody deserved to have a moment where they just had an off day,
Yeah, they allowed.
it was the Knicks, okay? Because the Knicks have been carrying the whole United States, as far as I'm concerned, for the past however many weeks. No, because this is a big deal. Someone made the point of saying yesterday, it was Demetria Lucas. Demetria L. Lucas. She wouldn't appreciate leaving out the L. She made the point of saying, like, this is exciting for New York, but this is also exciting for everyone.
Yeah, because New York is the shit.
Right. Also, I love this so
Also
much.
because of the history of they haven't been there since the 70s.
Is it the 70s or the 90s?
Last time they won was in the 70s.
Okay. And just,
if I'm correct, it was 72.
Okay. I just want to shout out real quick all of the people who were Bulls fans in the 90s. How y'all doing?
It's not in the 90s. They were doing great.
No, I know, but there was this huge rivalry between the two teams back then.
Oh yeah, but that I've been over.
The whole Pat Riley era. See, that's what I know about basketball. We don't have to get into it here. I know nothing about these children that are playing basketball now, but I do know. You know, when I get excited watching the Knicks game, when I see Patrick Ewing. Okay. Because I'm old.
Cool grandma, but not really.
But not really. I grew up on the Knicks. Like, my dad is a diehard Knicks fan, but I don't keep up with the games today. So, anyway, we were talking about the Knicks because, one, I mean, it's incredible what they've done, right? But also, who joined the stands last night?
Last night, at Game 3 of the NBA Finals, the president was there. The current president, Donald Trump, was there in attendance. He was invited by his homie, the owner of the New York Knicks. And he said, "Oh, I will gladly accept the invitation."
I think he would have went even if he wasn't invited. Because he likes to... Never mind. I think he would have went anyway, even if Nolan didn't invite him.
Well, what it did was a couple of things. Number one, it created a lot of restrictions for safety reasons in the 34th Street area, the Madison Square Garden area. For those who are not from New York and never been to New York, it created a lot of restrictions for traffic and traffic flow of pedestrians in that area. It also made changes happen for people who were watching the game in the area.
Yeah.
And now I usually don't cut presidents a lot of slack, but it did not help that the day before Sunday there was a stabbing inside of the train station that is underneath Madison Square Garden, aka New York Penn Station. Which is stabbing there. I believe it was 6 people that were injured, and 1 person was arrested. And hopefully that was the person who was doing the stabbing. And I don't have all the information on that yet, but it doesn't help, right? If the president is going somewhere, security has to be high, security has to be tight. It doesn't help that there was a stabbing in that area right downstairs. I don't know, 24 hours or less before the game, right? And so security was tight, security was high. I was in the area, you couldn't cross the street. There's all type of barricades, lots of police presence. They want to make sure that the man got there in time, in a safe manner. And so that happened. But also, what has happened.
I was gonna say also, I mean, if we're being honest, this is a person who has, and to our knowledge, because I think that this happens with every president, but we probably just don't hear about it. But to our knowledge, this person has also had a number of attempts on their life, like very publicly, if you believe that it really happened, because there's questions there. But
Yo, what's up with you this morning?
that's
You want to do
that
the
bad.
pod, or you want to? Go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
So I'm just saying that to say that it's already always whenever he's like like to your point, whenever he's around, it's going to be high priority, it's going to be high level security. But I think even more so because there's so many people around. It's not like a something where he's isolated. He has to actually be among the people in
Right,
order for this to happen. I'm sure it was
right.
even just a heavy lift for MSG because whenever any high level politician goes anywhere, they got to sweep the whole place. They got to make sure that it's safe before anyone even enters the building. And so
Absolutely.
I'm sure Secret Service protocol was on 10 because I mean it's an arena.
Right.
So, you know. Just my little 2 cents. That's it. Please keep going. I know I'm talking too much and I'm the one that got to go. But
One of the things this has done
mhm,
is create a lot of conversations about
mhm,
presidents going to games, about presidents going to the NBA finals.
mhm,
And I think people are a little confused
mhm,
because people are quoting that, or people are citing that Barack Obama went to the finals for game two of the Raptors versus Warriors in 2019. And I'm not saying that's wrong, it's right. But he was not the sitting president in 2019.
correct.
So
He had
it's
already been out of office.
right. And so was a president there in the last few years? Yes. Was a president who's currently in the middle of a term, currently in the office, currently upholding the office of presidency of the presidency? No, it's different. And so I think there's a little bit of confusion between what's happening now versus what's happened in the past. Because people have also been like, yeah, but Clinton be at games. He be front row. Clinton has not been the president in a long ass time. That's not what
Right.
we're talking about. So I think there's a little bit of confusion. And this happens on the internet, right? Someone says A, someone else says
Mhm,
B. It's interpreted in different ways, and that's fine. But there is a different level of security with a sitting president versus someone who held the office before. I'm not saying that you can be there and just have no security or very little security, but there is a huge difference in the two types of scenarios. A president from the past versus the current president, totally different ballgame. Pun intended.
I will make the point during his presidency, though. Again, like you said, not this is not in defense of anyone, but during Barack Obama's presidency, he did go to Bulls games. I don't know how many he went to, but he did go. Um, it doesn't happen often. I honestly think that outside of the two of them, Gerald Ford might be the only other president that has done this in 1974.
Yeah, and also there's a difference between going to a couple of Bulls games versus going to the NBA finals.
Right. Agreed. It's a whole different literal ball game when you're going to the finals. Also, this is just different. And y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. This is just different. Like it's the Knicks. The president. the current sitting president is from New York, so like it's already like according to him, it's his city, and that's why he needed to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Even
has
though
been Weeknights.
even though the people of New York might want to give him back at this point, but I just I think that this is just a different circumstance. Also, this is a very New York City is a very accessible city, which means that even before we got to the NBA finals, the streets were flooded with Knicks fans because of the run that the Knicks have been on. And it's
Right,
very easy for fans to be near the Garden because it is a commuter it's above the major subway hub, it's above the major transit hub in New
right,
York City. Like it's in the middle of Midtown Manhattan. Like it's there is no way to not have people around. Like on a normal day when there's a concert at the Garden or there's a regular season game at the Garden, it is madness. Even when there isn't a game, it
right.
is. We all know, like if you're from New York or you've been to New York and you've been anywhere Madison Square Garden, it is a busy, busy area. So the landscape is just different. Whereas you go to some arenas, you got to drive into it. No
Yeah,
one can just be around, you know?
right, correct.
Um, so this is just this affect like you said, it affected mass transit. It obviously affected um, drivers on the road in the area. I mean, this
Jersey Transit,
Jersey
pass.
Transit, like this is something that is affecting anybody who is within proximity of the city.
Yeah,
So that's why I know for some people they may not understand, and I didn't expect this to be such a long conversation, but I do think that I don't know. I feel like the question at hand is whether he should or should not have attended the game, or the fact that he's even attending Wednesday's game as well. I feel like if you were gonna do a game, you could have just done one game. Don't gridlock the city for the next few days for because you want to go to a basketball game that you're being booed at, by the way. And also, you could just make the decision not to go. There have been many sitting presidents that have decided not to attend certain events simply because they did not want to cause a disruption. Now, I don't expect this one to do that. I don't think he cares about that. But I do feel like on whatever level and for whomever is president at the time, like let the people have something, please. Just something. Like something. And again, New York is just different. Maybe if this was somewhere else, I wouldn't really care so much about it. But too many people on foot, too many people involved. Like it's just stay home. Watch it from the like you could go anywhere. You could do anything you want. Taking up somebody's seat. Somebody else could have sat there. Do you see how much those tickets are?
yes.